Hello friends and welcome to the Saitama Stacker channel. My name is Dean. If you're watching my videos for the first time, please know I only make them for entertainment and education, so please do your own research before investing. Today's video is going to be about TARP, or Totally a Rug Pull Token. I've made a few videos in the past and I've gotten the same question, well, two questions, many times. The first one is, what on earth is up with the name? For some people, that's an immediate turnoff. So we'll talk about that just a little bit. And then other people have asked me, what is it about this particular project that's making me want to put my support behind it? Well, let me be fully transparent and say my motive is not payment. So I'm not receiving any payment to make content for Tarp Token or for any token for that matter. I've never accepted any kind of payment. I just talk about tokens that I think have promising use cases, and that will be hopefully a good investment for myself. So why totally a rug pull? That's the first question. Well, that comes down to the developers. Okay, so the development team is made up of these two gentlemen right here. On the left, we have Justin, Just Moonshot, and on the right, Matt Mortier. Both Justin and Matt have their own YouTube channels and were making cryptocurrency content prior to starting the TARP token. And for myself, especially with Just Moonshot, I watched a lot of his videos because he was extremely knowledgeable about cryptocurrency and investing. And he was also pretty good at talking about different projects, looking at them and saying, this is a major red flag with this particular project. In some of those cases, he really made good calls in terms of telling people he wouldn't go there, and those projects did in fact rug pull. So a discussion between Matt and Justin ensued about creating a token and a project wherein they could create a system that would help investors vet out whether or not cryptocurrency projects were, relatively speaking, safe for investors. Okay. And because their sense of humors are a little bit wacky, and I'm guessing more Justin than Matt, they memed this thing and decided to call it totally a rug pull as a joke. And the running joke is it might be the only DeFi Binance token to not get rugged. So it's just tongue in cheek. You just have to peel back the layers and see what's underneath so you can see that the A, it's just a joke, but B, this project could really have some value to us as cryptocurrency investors. So what is it that I like about the project? The first thing that they're trying to bring is this AI-powered contract reader. So all you would do is import the contract address for a cryptocurrency, and the program will scrub through it and look for major red flags that might suggest that this project could be doomed from the start. So you can protect yourself from losing money. I mean, there's nothing more frustrating when you're an investor and you're trying to make money. So you're putting your hard-earned money into something than for that thing to turn out to be a scam. And personally, I've been scammed. I've got a couple tokens in my bag right now that are rug pull tokens, and you can't even sell them because the Ethereum fees are higher by a long shot in some cases than the value of the tokens in the wallet. So you're stuck looking at them as a grim reminder and really a lesson learned for me that you have to be very careful what you select. If there were similar number of cryptocurrencies to fiat currencies, this might not be that big of a deal, right? There are 180 fiat currencies in the world. Cryptocurrency projects, this is CoinGecko, they list 12,279. CoinMarketCap lists over 16,000 tokens on their platform for investors to research. So 12,000, 16,000, it's a ton. So how do we sift through all of those and be able to find projects that are worthwhile and that have great use case? Well, a lot of that's going to be on us. But from a very baseline perspective, how can we know if the contract is set up in a way to be disadvantageous to us as the investor or potentially a scam from the get-go? Well, that is what Justin and Matt are creating. And so that is something that is in the works currently. But for me, what I like about this project, it's a very unique use case, right? A lot of people right now are coming out with the token. The idea is get it listed on some exchanges, come out with a play to earn game that's very popular right now, which also Tarp Token is working on. And that's probably the extent of most token projects. They're not really trying to innovate. Some of them are trying to bring a wallet, but for the most part, there isn't a lot of uniqueness about the projects. This project to me is unique. It's a use case that I haven't seen other tokens doing, and it's something that I feel we need in the space. We're investing inside a decentralized system, meaning there are no central powers. There is no president, there is no ruler, there is no Congress that is enacting or creating laws. I think that is coming very soon, by the way, but currently that are creating laws to try to govern the space. And in some ways, we don't really want that because large centralized systems can become oppressive. But in this decentralized space, if we don't do something to police ourselves, somebody else will. And it's just way over the top right now. The number of tokens, the number of scams that are out there, it's the Wild West, essentially. So Justin and Matt, I like what you're doing with this project. I like that you're trying to bring some added measure of security to us as investors. So that is why I'm talking about this one. I'm also hoping this is one that will list on Cytomask. That's, Saitama is my first passion. It's the coin I'm supporting. And I'm hoping that this project will end up on Cytomask as well. Time will tell the tale on that one. All right. Finally, the last thing I want to do is just show you a little bit about Tarp Token, its fundamentals, and its reflections program. So it currently has 4,471 investors or wallets. In the last 13 days, they've added 100 holders, or about 8 per day. That is a pullback from the initial surge of investors that came on board. The market cap for TARP is down around 12.5 million. Again, it had a big surge when it launched and it has pulled back some. So has the market in general. But TARP being a brand new token, there's going to be a lot of volatility. It's just a small enough project that a few investors can make a difference in the price. So it's something that we have to know going into it. If you're not comfortable with volatility, be careful investing in DeFi cryptocurrency projects. Okay, the current price is 4013, 32,000 in volume in the last 24 hours, and they've burned about 3.21% of their supply. If you were to look at the website, there is a place that talks about their tokenomics, or as they call them, rugonomics. Right now, they've boosted the reflections to 2%. So those of us who are holding are getting twice as many tokens currently as rewards for being a holder. 1% is being burned, and 1% is going to developer wallet to work on the AI contract scrubber, the social media platform, the play to earn game, and for marketing purposes. So this is where you can learn a little more about this. What do those reflections look like? I've been an investor now for about 3 weeks, since the 4th is when I made my initial purchase. So I have received 40,000 tokens in reflections, but 13,000 in the last 24 hours. I also added to my bag here, the people who are Tarpies know that I have a goal of buying 100 million Tarp tokens. Currently, I've got about 46 million, so I'm about halfway there. And the way my budgeting works, I have to dollar cost average in over time. But with the price down, I'm hoping I can get more sooner than later because it's easier for me to get to my target goal with the price being down. I like to catch it before it makes a move back to the upside. So, friends, that's about all I have for you tonight with TARP. Again, please do your own research before investing, but be well. Thanks for spending some time with me. I appreciate it. Check back with me soon for additional content about TARP and other cryptocurrencies.